Because this is the 25th year, I've been looking back. Number one, I can't believe that I dedicated 25 years of my life to this venture. I can't. It blows my mind. When you think about 25 years of your life, there's something that you did every year for 25 years. You just don't think it's going to last 25 years, and yet here it is. And I remember when Roger was ill, and he told me, he said, I like the film festival. It's something you don't have to do if you don't want to do it. And and we looked at each other and we just laughed because we both loved doing it. And I saw the joy that he got from it, but I got a lot of joy from it too because I love film. I'm a visual person as well. It still blows my mind that we've been doing this for 25 years. Because we skipped a year, we were going to call it 24, but no, we said, no, it really is 25. The festival was born in 1999. This is the 25th year. First of all, let's try to find some films from 1999. Some of the films that we have are Man on the Moon. Milos Forman is the director, but it was written by Larry Karaszewski and Scott Alexander, who are now these big, famous screenwriters in Hollywood, and we love that they're coming. Jim Carrey is in that movie. And as it turns out, we have two films that Jim Carrey is in. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which is also another one of my absolute favorite films. So far, we don't have Jim Carrey, but I'm hoping that he can come. And we usually don't say that but you know what? There's no shame. Jim Carrey, I do hope you come. We're opening with Star 80 with Eric Roberts. I don't know if you've seen Star 80. That movie is so intense. Eric Roberts is so good in it. That movie is about 40 years old, and Mario Hemingway and Eric Roberts are the two stars, and they both will be there. Star 80 is based on a true story about Dorothy Stratton, the Playboy playmate. That's our opening night film. There's a documentary we're showing about Ida B. Wells, who was one of the suffragettes and who was an activist and writer in Chicago, and a sculptor named Richard Hunt, who lived here in Chicago, who has probably more public sculptures across the United States than any other artist. The other thing we're doing, we are flying in a maestro conductor from Berlin, whose name is Roderick Cox, for his short called Conducting Life, and it's by a filmmaker named Diane Moore. She'll be there. The Teacher's Lounge, and it was nominated for an Academy Award. It's a great film. It really unfolds in a surprising way. We have the director Lisa Cortez come in with her film, Little Richard, I Am Everything. I thought I knew a lot of things about Little Richard, but seeing her documentary about Little Richard lets you know the enormous impact that Little Richard had in the music industry, the impact he had on rock and roll, the impact he had on how performers performed on stage. So many things that I think that maybe he wasn't always given credit for. This year, for the 25th, we also decided we wanted to have an audience choice film. And we gave a selection of films from 1999 for the audience to choose. And it was almost neck and neck. But the film that won the Audience Choice Awards is another one Roger probably would be surprised about. It's a Robert Altman film, Cookie's Fortune by Robert Altman. Roger, I think, would be very pleased that the audience chose a Robert Altman film as the audience choice. And just, some others. They're little shorts and just a lot of things. We're really looking forward to it. Roger and I both loved many aspects of the arts. The thing about movies, it takes you into this, it accesses a different part of your brain, and it allows you unconsciously to access all of your senses. They say that we have 5 senses. We actually have more than 5 senses. We just don't know it. I think they're parts of our brain when we go into that reverie stage that film sends us into, that we almost can smell things, or it takes us back to a childhood memory. I think it actually takes us to a future memory that we don't even know we're going to have one day. That's my theory. That's just some crazy theory I have. But of all the arts, I think movies are the most visceral, and it allows us to just, it grabs you in the gut. I think that's why people like coming to the movies.